Susan again from Oh That's Yummy. It's Christmas time, and today I'm going to be making some chocolate mint tree bark. There's other names that people call it. That's what I'm going to call it because it's going to have chocolate chips. I'm going to use a whole bag. It's going to have a cup of butter, and this is going to get melted with the sugar. Some people use a cup of just regular sugar. I'm going to use a half a cup of sugar, and I'm going to use a half a cup of brown sugar just to mix it up a little bit. So hopefully that'll come out good. These are the mint candy canes. You can chop up your own candy canes if you want, or you can actually buy them by the bag, which you see in the picture. So I like to buy them in the bag just because it's easier than having to mash them up. So this is going to be the mint, and then we're going to have vanilla, which is going to be 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then as many crackers as you can. You're going to fit it on this board. I'm actually going to spray it a little bit too with some non-stick spray, just to make sure they don't stick, but just make sure you have tin foil on there. Just a little bit of spray, that should be good. Alright, so those are the ingredients. So we're just going to have to, and these are also, the saltines is what I like, but these are unsalted saltines. So you don't want them to be too salty. And also as far as the butter, some people like to use unsalted butter, but I don't think it really matters because it's kind of a sweet and savory dessert, so it's not that big a deal to me. I'm using regular salted butter, but definitely use the unsalted saltines, just because I haven't seen any other recipe of anybody saying they use salted saltines. These are also called soda crackers. You can buy the generic brand or you can buy the name brand. They're really not that different if you want to save some money. Alright, so it looks like it's going to take, I'm going to take a couple from this pack just to fill in this little space. You can break them if you want. I don't want any empty spaces there. Alright, so there's our crackers. It took about basically one tube of crackers. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to melt the butter and the sugar, and you're going to melt it and then you're going to let it boil for about 3 minutes, and we'll be back after I do that. Okay, we have our 1 cup of butter. We have it melted, and now we're going to add half a cup of the sugar, regular cane sugar. And this is on medium heat, and then half a cup of brown sugar. Adding that, and we're stirring it to a boil on medium heat. And you can also remember, you don't have to use brown sugar. You can use 1 cup of regular sugar. I'm just doing it to get a little bit different flavor, and I've seen some other people post this before where they've done it this way. So I'm going to try doing the brown sugar to get a more like caramely taste. Alright, so I'm going to stir this, keep stirring this until it comes to a boil. I'm going to let it boil and stir it for about probably 3 minutes, and we'll be right back. This is the sugar, the cup of butter, and we've been stirring it for about 3 minutes, boiling. And now we're going to turn off the heat, and we're going to pour it over the crackers. And that's my cat in the background begging for a snack or to go outside or something that he's always begging for. Kitty! His name's Snickers. He's quite the high maintenance cat. He's been hiding under the Christmas tree. I don't know what he's doing back there, but I'm sure I'll find out when we go to unwrap Christmas presents on Christmas morning what he's been doing back there. I purposely did not put his presents under there because most of his presents have the catnip in them, so I figured if I put his catnip presents under there, he's going to dig them all out and like tear up the tree. So those are hidden upstairs till Christmas morning, so we can't get into them, because I know the cats can smell like that stuff from a mile away. Alright, so I'm trying to shake out every little bit because I threw my spoon away. Alright, now we're going to put this in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 6 minutes to get a little bit caramelized, and then we'll take it out and put all of our other goodies on it. So 350-degree oven for about 6 minutes, and we'll be back. We're going to take our crackers out of the oven. They've been in here for about 5 minutes. And they're nice and bubbly and caramelized. I can't really tilt it towards you because it might go that way by accident. Alright, all caramelized, nice and ready. Next thing that's going to go on is the chocolate chips. I'm going to use the whole bag. And I'm just going to sprinkle them all over. And they're just going to get nice and melted in there. You can use any flavor chip you want. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you like, that's what you use. I like chocolate. That's why I'm using chocolate. You can use butterscotch. You can use the mint ones. I'm not sure what other flavors. I think they have dark chocolate. You can use that. I want like a true chocolate, regular chocolate mint flavor, so I'm using just a regular plain. Of course, the Nestle's Tall House because they're the best. Nope, we just got a casualty. Get back here. Alright. So, chips all over here. I'll let them sit there for a minute and they're going to start to melt when they're sitting on here. After they get melted, you're going to just kind of swish them around with this fork or a knife or whatever you want to use. And then after that, we're going to put our mint on there. And then after that, it's going to go into the refrigerator for probably, if you're going to serve it to someone that day, let it go into the refrigerator for about an hour to get nice and crispy. And then after that, you're going to just pull the tin foil up and just pop them all out of there and break them apart. I'm going to try to spread these chips out a little bit, see how they're getting nice and melted. You can hear my cat crunching in the background. Go ahead and show the cat. We're going to meet, here's our cat. We're going to meet our cat. There's Snickers. Kitty, say hi. He's got to get in our business all the time. Bye. Alright, we're going to come back in a minute after this is melted and smeared on there, and we're going to put the peppermint on. Alright. Okay, we have put these in the oven for a little bit to melt them because it wasn't melting fast enough. And now we're going and adding the peppermint that's already mashed up. Comes in a bag at any grocery store pretty much you can get it at. Got mine at Walmart. Adding the peppermint all over. One thing I did forget to do is I forgot to put my vanilla in, but that's no big deal because I use brown sugar. So I'll get that kind of vanilla flavor from the brown sugar a little bit. But a teaspoon of vanilla could have been added. I forgot. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now it's going to go into the refrigerator for an hour. You can leave it in longer if you want, but if you're going to serve it to someone today, put it in the fridge for an hour. And then you're just going to pull up the tin foil and break it apart. So, into the fridge we go. I'm going to move this out. See how it's coming off the tin foil fairly easily. Just breaking it like this. You don't want to have too big of pieces because it's pretty sweet, so there's only so much of this you can eat at one time. And the crackers are actually making it easy because they're just breaking apart with their already kind of scored. So anyway, we're going to break all this apart. Sprinkle the extra chocolate chips on there. And this is your chocolate peppermint saltine cracker bark. Enjoy and Merry Christmas.